Lately, as a black person, I have to be honest with myself. Before I even know the use of the N-word, I haven't stood up for it. Even though my friends said that it's the word of like a friendly hello or something like that. But that wasn't true. It wasn't right. I didn't understand the history. That's what I want to teach you today. Many of you might think that, why should I listen to you? Like, what's the purpose? I'm just trying to reclaim a word. I should have a right to say what they called my ancestors back then, but like, why? You see, an incident happened to my school that taught me the reason why we should never, ever, ever use this word. It was like any other day. We were playing a game of dodgeball, and my friend decided to pick a different team than ours, but this boy was so mad that he used the N-word against him and called him, I repeat what he said, slave right after that. We were all furious because the fact that he used the N-word and he added the word slave to that made us even more angry. Because think about the history. You see, many years ago, black Africans were taken to Kenya or America to be treated as slaves. They were called horrible names, punished, maltreated. They lost their freedom, their right, their justice. And here we are. We're still using that same word again. What's the purpose of this word? All it does is divide us as human beings. It's like, many people think that it's okay to use this word because I'm just trying to reclaim a word that's bringing forth pain, agony, tragedy to my ancestors. Like, what? You see, the N-word has a backtrack of bad history. That's why we should never use it. And that history will never, ever, ever go away. That's why we should learn from it. So many young people have died and fought to stop the use of the word. And here we are today in society, still using it? That can't be a self-love. We have to change. We learn from our past and we grow from it. That's what I'm asking you to do now. Teach your friends about the use of the N-word and how hurtful it can truly become.
My name is Samuel, and I want to talk about something very important. We are all familiar with the N-word. We hear it in our songs, our TV shows, and for some people, in our daily lives. But what some of us don't understand is what it actually means. The N-word is a racist, derogatory term used to dehumanize and segregate black people. While we understand that black people have reclaimed the word and used it to address one another, there is still a dark and hurtful meaning behind it. The N-word has changed and evolved into a new word completely, but whether we like it or not, it's still tied to a dark time. The N-word was used to address black people or black slaves, so whenever they heard it, it felt like they were lesser than others or worth nothing at all. So when we say the N-word, you should think about its original meaning and how people of old times and even recent times have fought for the word to be gone and erased from history. And yet, we still use the word to this day. We should all work together and continue what black slaves and black people in general fought for so long to acquire. They were treated like they didn't matter or they weren't human. They were used in horrible ways and were just hurt just because they were a different skin color. They were taken away from families and their homes, their culture and their freedom, wiped away in an instant. If you were in their situation, how would you feel? We should put an end to the N-word and be able to look at each other like equals and family.